this up right here. Click. Perfect. Hey everybody, what's going on here? It's Andrew back with Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. Welcome to the adventures of. And today we're starting off with the old junkyard here. Yeah. Let's see if we can't find something to, work on. Lord knows we built everything else. Anywho, how's everyone been doing? What's everyone been up to? Hope every one of my Canadian brothers and sisters there have had a very good Thanksgiving. That was this weekend. And everywhere else in the globe who had Thanksgiving today or tomorrow. When this goes out, it'll be wee hours in the morning on Monday, so I guess today, maybe tomorrow, maybe yesterday. It's hard to say. People have it on Sunday, people have it on Monday. Anywho, we are just going to be just moseying around because we have something back at the shop. And when I say we have something back at the shop, I mean I think we made a steal of a deal. Okay? Now, that was a Cobra. Maybe this one an upcoming adventure. I only wish I was able to put a 427 in this. 427, yeah, that'd make that thing just ring down the track, man. Anywho, why am I always seeing these damn things? It's like they screaming, build me, build me. Let's see, we got the standard edition Alente Caloupe. It's got a little V6 in there, man. Well, it's not a heavy car, it's only 2,300 pounds. Interesting. Mercedes. I recognize that bad boy from anywhere. It's only got 70,000 miles on it. But the car that we have at the shop, actually we got a couple of them. Can you believe we got 3 0-mile cars at the shop? 2 of them are mine, one of them is a customer. He's dropped it off and he goes, I want to make it a little bit different. I was like, alright, North Dakota. I was like, okay, well, what do you want done to it? And he goes, well, I put some wheels and tires on it, something to make it, stand out. I was like, alright, we can do that. He goes, I want them like an aluminum color. I don't want them chrome. He goes, I want them aluminum. Ooh, James Bond. So I was like, alright, well, we can work something out here. And he happened to look at my Tahoe when he dropped it off, and he goes, I like the color of those wheels. Can you get me a set that look like those? I said, I can get you a set, but doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be these exact ones. He goes, no, I don't want the exact same ones. I want something a little bit different, something that screams, it's mine. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, cool. But then one of the times, I just happened to be moseying around the junkyard off camera, and we found something that is like a 1 in a million car. And you will see when we get back to the shop. So here we go, back to the shop. Back to the shop, let's turn this bad boy off, let's hop on out. But before we go any further, take a look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? You want to see something? You want to see the most beautiful part about this entire vehicle? Look at the mileage. Yeah, I went salon shopping there, and I got this one, and I got the Edgewood Hellcat. Yeah. Thing is, though, is I haven't done nothing to the motor yet. This will be possibly in this video, maybe another one where we're going to do bolt-on upgrades, see how much power we can increase it by. But this is a customer's vehicle I was telling you about. They dropped it off, just got a whatever tag on it. And another brand new vehicle, 0 miles, came right from the dealership. So, and he wants us to increase the power on his Ford Boss motor here. He also wants us to put a little bit wider tires on it, I think he said. I gotta look at the invoice on it and check and see. But this is not the beautiful part. What's extravagantly weird is what's behind here. So let's go in and take a look, shall we? Alright, now, you might be thinking, oh, it's just a rusty old car. Oh, here's my other one right here. This one actually got 1 mile on it. See? 1 mile. I bought it from the salon and I took it to, I think it was the test track. I think. Drove it around. Maybe it was drag strip. I can't remember. But that's this one. I got it up off the ground, so I don't want to, cause no damage to it. But when you're looking at the junkyard and you're looking at vehicles, you can't really see all that much, especially this one because the back doesn't pop up. So the best you can do is look at it from here. Now, do you see what I see? Brand spanking new engine. So I was like, all right, well, that's cool. I wonder why it was in the junkyard. Can't figure it out. I looked down here. I was like, ooh, look at chrome. What the? And as you look through, you can see some things. I was like, what the hell is going on? So feast your eyes on this. I was like, well, alrighty then. Now, they didn't give me accurate numbers. Now, somebody's definitely put some time into this because, it's got a performance alternator, performance power steering pump. It's got factory exhaust, though. I don't get that. So I'm curious to know, we're going to dig into this. We're going to see what's going on. Like, the block's still factory color. So is the oil pan. And it's got the factory transmission gearbox here. So I was like, what the heck is going on? But then I'm sitting there looking around. I noticed she's missing a few things. It's missing the power steering pump. It's missing the brake booster, ABS control module, pump, battery. It's missing a few things to make it go vroom vroom. It's even missing the ECU, which is up there. Let's take a look. Okay, fine. We're going through this way then. It wants to be like that. But it is missing a few things. So what I was thinking we should do is get this running before we do anything else, like change out all these fuses, put in the fuse box, stuff like that, put in the other fuel tank, a bunch of different things. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and get this thing running today. That's what we are going to do. So, first things first, let's start marking all the stuff that we need to get. Make a little checklist here. Now that's a dual fan setup. We need one of them. We need one of these. I got lots of fuses. Let's see, we'll come back here. We need one of these. We need one of those. Let's come on over here to this side. We need one of those. I think I got a battery on charge, actually. Maybe not. I don't know. We also need that. So, wait, I think, was there a starter in here? Anybody happen to see a starter kicking around here anywhere? No. Are we able to put one in? No, we can't. Okay, it's got to go up from underneath. That's minor details, right? Minor details. So let's come into here. Now, before we start going individual parts, let's get the stuff that we know that we're going to need. All right, let's see. Where are you? Wait, what was this? Reservoir C. C, senorita. There we go. And we'll keep on cruising on through. Where are you, Pots? I need you, man. What fuel tank was that it needed? Fuel tank C. Really? Oh, yeah, okay. There's B. Yeah, I think we're gonna do, instead of hurting that beautiful motor that somebody definitely put a lot of money and time into, I think we're gonna get the other fuel tank too, just for the sake of having it. You know what I mean? It never hurts to be a little bit cautious. I think maybe we'll also get a fuel pump for it too. That's what I'm thinking. Sounds like a plan. Let's change the radiator out. Let's get a new power steering reservoir. Yeah, we got a couple bucks to spend. Why not, right? And then we're gonna put this thing on the dyno and see what it does. I want to see if he's fully built it or if he's only built a little bit, not enough. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine on this one. I don't have a battery, but now we do. Perfect. Now, matter of a waiting game here, but I was like, wow, look at this thing. I mean, look at the door. What the heck did he hit? I think he's missing some glass in it too. Interesting. But now, I'm very curious as to what kind of wheel style and setup we should do with this. I was thinking something out of the ordinary. Something I wouldn't normally do on a truck anyway. It's just hard to beat because I think I've done just about everything on a truck. So many decisions, so many options, you know, just, you know, one thing leads to another. Oh, I think my parts have showed up. We're just going to let them just unload themselves over there. Yeah, I think. No, I don't think that. I think we're going to maybe use some Mustang wheels. Now, what size this truck got on it right now? 20s, I think, right? Yeah, okay. So let's go for... We're going to go 20s. But we're going to make them a little... So they stick out. Just, you know, we're going to put about a 50mm wheel spacer on. I think that's what we're going to try. But he said he wants aluminum wheels. And if I put those ones, I just can't do aluminum. That's where I'm stuck right now. What about putting these on? That would be different, right? I could do those aluminum. Okay. Yeah. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're still gonna put the wheel spacers on. Just because, you know. Give it a little extra oomph sticking out the sides. Okay, we got those. Now we're gonna put some off-road tires on. I think we're gonna use these ones. Let's go 420. And we'll go 335. And then we'll go... yeah, let's try it. Why not, right? And he says he wants to boost up the power some. Now, he gave me a list of stuff he wants. He wants new fuel injectors, or fuel rails, new intake, new throttle body, new ECU, and new exhaust manifolds. So, let's mark these off now. We'll get these all done and taken care of. Well, not done taken care of, but we'll at least get them ordered. I think he also... yeah, he said he wants new plug wires and new coils for it, too. So... that's what we shall do. And should we get spark plugs for him too? He didn't ask for them, but yeah, may as well, right? For all the time it takes. So let's just rip these off so I can get a hold of the spark plugs here. Now we need 16 of these dang things. Can you believe that? 16 spark plugs for this motor. Like, gosh. Hey, we got a new air filter too. Let's go in that. Just a regular one? Okay. There we go. He never gave me a specific amount of how much he wants it up. He just wants it up. More power, more power. That's all he kept saying. I was like, alright, well, whatever. We'll get you more power. I don't have a problem doing that. Just don't skimp out on the bill when the time comes, you know what I mean? Alright, let's see. Throttle, fuel rail, DI. But we also need exhaust manifolds. Where are you? Are you in here somewhere? You must be. Exhaust manifold V8 boss. The boss, man. We gotta get the boss. Where the hell are these damn things? I'm looking and I don't see them. And they're probably staring right at my face, like right here. See? Right there. Look at that. That's an 8% increase. Nice, nice. Well, if we're gonna do all that, we may as well change the fuel filter. We need 2 fuel pumps because I need one for the thing in engine bay A. He said he wants fuel rails, which are DI. Gonna get him new coils and new plug wires. V8 boss, A8 boss. He said he also wants a new intake. Intake, V8 boss. Right there. Perfect, man. Look at we're making progress, man. I asked him, I said, you want me to dip into the motor? He said, no. Only external. So, was like, you're taking the fun out of me, man. Come on. Why you gotta hate on me like that? You know what I mean? But he wasn't having it. So I was like, alright, whatever. No biggie. It's his toy, not mine. And frankly, guess what? Feels good not to have to dip into something so much. Alright. Cool. My parts showed up for... No, they didn't. It was something else. It was like garbage truck or something down the block. Alright, so you can go... I'll swap you with the Hellcat. I'll put this up on the lift. Poor running boards. Paying up the whole truck, man. They must be on there strong. Cool. Alright, well, looks like we got ourselves a set of 20-inch wheels and tires. That would be my guess, anyway. Alright, so anyway, as I was saying, we're going to dig into this. Alright, I'll get the fuel pump out. I'll get this wheel and tire combination off. What are you doing? We're stripping the truck down, man. Leave us alone. Leave us alone, man. Leave us alone. Ding, ding, ding. Told you, every time I hear that, I only think it was Grand Theft Auto 3. Fun game. Alright, I'm gonna rip this side off over here. Alright, brand new truck, eh? Must be nice. I mean, I've done the same thing, so. I just ain't ever had a brand new Ford. Alright, got those off. Let's get these coils off. First things first, though, we're gonna do this the easy way here. You know what I mean? Why do anything difficult? You ain't got to. The expression goes, work smarter, not harder. Get rid of this plastic intake. Alright, now we're gonna rip these coils off. That's what I meant by working smarter, not harder. Fighting around the intake runners. Nah, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that today, man. Alright, let's get that fuel filter out of the way. We don't need that. Yuck. The stock OEM stuff. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Alright, I'm gonna rip out all these plugs. We got brand new spark plugs now for something. We decided to build something. I don't have a clue what you're trying to build, but, you know. Hey, yeah, I've already dipped into my Tahoe over there, and I put new wheels and tires on it, and I put new front seats, new steering wheel, and I took them straight out of a Camaro buyer's guide list thing, parts catalog, whatever you want to call it. All right, how are we gonna get this? There we go, perfect spot right there. It's perfect, man. All right, got this all ready to go now. Perfect. Beautiful. Now we've got to wait. Now, since we're over here, let's see. Any junk in here we got to remove besides the fuel tank, the radiator. Really, why are you fighting me like that? Come on now. What's wrong with you? Why are you gonna fight on me like that? I didn't do nothing to you. All right, let's jump on over here to the foos box. All right. Yeah. We'll put that. Yeah. Okay. And to be honest, I don't even know if I want to paint this car. Don't have a clue. I really don't. That's it. Now we're waiting. Oh, let's take off the rear bumper too. Let's make it a real good go-kart. How fast do you think it'll go up the drag strip? What do we weight on it? 2,300 pounds minus everything that's missing, like the front clamshell. And I think we got to put that on before we can put, yeah, we got to put the rear bumper on before we put the clamshell on. Damn it! Alright, now my parts must be here by now. But before we go over there, look at this. Look at that, eh? 1 mile. But, you know, I put a new intake, carburetor, new air filter on it, new headers, long tubes, you know, put a new fuel filter, fuel pump. You know, just make sure we got a little get up and go to it. Still got the OEM starter. Still got the craptacular oil filter that we're going to be changing, putting maybe a Wix on or something. And then, yeah, not even this is all painted up. And as you can see, still OEM. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put a new coil on it too. Runs pretty good. Runs like the wind. Alright, now let's go over here. Let's get our pots. Boom, boom, boom. Perfect. Yep. Let's grab all these. Yep. Alright, let's see. Let's get rid of all the junky shite. There we go. We don't need that. We need this stuff. Alright, let's see. We got... yeah, we got all the engine parts for the Ford. Okay. Ooh, look at that. We got our wheels and tires. Nice! Nice, nice! Alright, anywho, let's run back over here. Let's go paint these wheels. Ah, silence. It's golden. It's golden, man! Ooh, look at that. Ooh, that looks good, doesn't it? Ooh, that's gonna look real good on that truck with that color. Ooh. I'm gonna have to offer him money for it. Yeah, I ain't gonna sell it. This is something that he's been wanting for a while. He's worked his butt off for this truck. And he's already got it here. Fix my truck. Give me the matchbook. I mean checkbook. Nah, I'm just messing around. It's a vehicle, man. Ford, Dodge, Chevy, nowadays they're all the same. Alright. Holy snikey. That might not fit. This most definitely might not fit. Uh-oh. We're just gonna test out one here first. Oh no. Did I screw up? How badly did I screw up? You know, it fits. You know, sticks out just a little bit like he was wanting. Alright, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's doable. Now, what's it look like on the front? That's the key factor. Alright, let's check out the front. Well, you know, got a little bit of clearance. You know, it'll work, right? Actually, it's not looking too bad. Perfect. We got your wheels and tires, man. That looks so much better than stock, doesn't it? Let me know in the comments. Tell me what you think. Better yet, let's just wait till we get the truck finished. Put it on the dyno. Make sure, you know, making at least 400 horsepower. And then we can discuss things further. Last one. Oh, it says we ain't got no more parts left. How rude. No, got nothing else? No. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now let's come in here. Let's put this one on. Yep. This is something different. Making a show work truck. Alright, let's crawl up here. Somehow, some way. Alright, I'm going to put this thing back on all four. I think it needs more air in the front tire. Alright, looks not bad. Looks not bad. If I do say so myself. I don't like those other off-road tires. I like these ones better. Alright, now we're going to come under here. Alright. Let's put the sparky plugs in. Eventually, you know, we'll get there. You know, it's the way the cookie crumbles, right? You know. Now, you didn't say nothing about painting it up, so we're not going to. We're just going to put it on like this. We're going to get rid of this junky ECU. We're going to put another one in. Tune it up the best we can. Now, he was saying something that he may want to change the transmission out eventually. He's not doing it this time around. But he said eventually he will be, because he doesn't feel like it's going to be adequate enough for all the performance we've been putting on this thing. So I was like, yeah, okay, whatever, that's cool, you know. Makes sense to me. You know, how about y'all? You know, it makes sense, right? Okay. This truck runs what, 384 for horsepower? 381. So if we can get it, I'm just going to throw this wild number out there. If we can get it around 450 to 500, I think he'd be happy. Which I can't see there being a problem doing that. Especially when we tune the ECU 16%, if it'll let me go with that high. Plus, you know, we've got a couple of little goodies in here. Although these wheels might rob some horsepower. I'm not entirely sure if they will or not. You never know. You never know, man. You never. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, nice and chromed out, man. Ooh. Looking all snazzy. Snazzy wazzy. Not really a fan of the red, or orangey red fuel rails. But hey, you know, if he doesn't like them, we can always paint them up for him later on. Alright, now we're going to come down here. We're going to stick in the spark plugs. The last 4. This thing's a spark plug monster. It's just as bad as the B12158. For the Bacani Huron. Huron? Alright, I think we're pretty much done up front here. Okay, now we're going to mosey our way down here to the back, towards the truck not being up in the air. I don't need... Oh, yeah, we already took that out. Haha, yeah, buddy. Alright. Now, I think we're pretty much done. 100. Yep. Alright, now let's run this over to the dyno. Let's make sure we didn't screw nothing up here. Alright, didn't screw nothing up. Alright, now we're going to run on over here onto the ECU. We're going to unlock the ECU. Holy crap-a-roni. Alright, wrong one. Is this one? Yeah. Whew, scared me there for a minute. There we go. 16% on top of everything that... Oh, that's a damn fan. What are you doing there? Why are you in my way, mate? Alright. Factory power is 381 at 5,400 RPM for horsepower, and torque is 432 pound-feet at 3,600 RPM. I wonder how much we've actually increased it by. Only numbers will tell. Holy shite. Alright, so the new horsepower numbers now are 602 horsepower at 5,400 RPM, which is 5 RPM more than what it was stock. And the torque is 653 pound-feet at 3,700 RPM. So it's not really much difference, really. Which is an increase of 221 horsepower, 59%, with 222 pound-feet of torque at 52%. Our drag rating is now D at a 195. Okay. Alright. That kind of increased that substantial. Actually, the truck looks higher. Seems like it's sitting higher now, too. Something a little strange going on with that one. But, we're done with this for now. Now we're going to jump on over here to, what do we call this? A diamond in the goat's ass? Oh yeah, come on over here. No, okay, it's being stubborn. I mean, look at that performance. Air intake. I mean, or performance air filter. I mean, like, come on, where can you go wrong with that? Now this is mine. This ain't somebody else's. I bought this. And to be honest, I think I stole it for $30,000. Now I ain't gonna show you what it's worth because we went from 5 digits to 6 digits. That's right. We did that. We made that kind of a steal of a deal. Now what's our oil situation at? Do we need to put anything in here? I don't know. I bought it from junkyard, so I don't know. Dang, you ain't even got no miles on this thing. Damn. Alright, I know with these cars, I know you gotta rip all this stuff off just to put oil in the damn thing. I always know these valve covers are yellow. Something seems a little... What? What? Do I seriously gotta pull the intake too? Oh, you son of a biscuit. Oh, stubborn. Hey, look at it. We can put oil in after we take off the entire top half of the motor. Gosh darn. Oh, well, yeah, it is what it is. I didn't design it that way. Oop. Whip that off, though. Don't want to make it too much of a mess. Alright. Ooh, it's a red... It's a red piece. There we go. Alright, we got everything over here. We got everything, mate. I think we do. Ah, darn it. How come nobody told me about that? Of course, darn it. That's okay, I already got one. You know, it's hidden in the back somewhere. Don't worry, it'll be here momentarily. Hopefully it'll start. Alright, here it is. Right there. Yep. Okay, now we're going to come on over here. Gotta put this in. Yep. What, no C's? There's a lot of A's and a lot of B's, but no C's. Dang, somebody be happy with their report card. There we go. Now we're going to put in this one. And this one. And let's put this one in too. And this one. Uh-oh. And that one. And... Shite. Okay. Well, y'all didn't see nothing. Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do when you're in a pinch. I know it should be good. 100%. Good enough. Good enough for the girls I go with, man. Gee, as long as it gets down to the stone back, man, they can be styling. Alright, but anywho, since we're here, may as well fill all this up. Okay, so we gotta fill up this one, the coolant, the brake booster, and the power steering. And if we got time, maybe we'll bring this thing to the strip. Another drag strip. Dang, that was fast, man. That was damn hopping, man. Oh, look, they got the gauge right in front of us. Pagani knows what the heck they're doing, man. Oh my gosh, look at that. We're almost done. Oh wait, we're still gonna put the car up in the air. Pull this brake, this fuel cell out. We're gonna put in B and C fuel cells, or the driver's side, passenger side. And then, we already got ourselves a fuel filter, or a fuel pump, I mean. And guess what? We can bring it over to the dining. We gotta put a starter in too, and a battery. Yep. What? What kind of bullshit is that? Huh. Well, y'all didn't see this. Huh. Fuel tanks. Fuel tanks. Can't forget the fuel tanks. Alright, we're going to do the passenger side first. Bloop, perfect. Driver side. Bloop, perfect. We do this one up here too. Perfect. 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 Oh yeah, I can't do it from the air. I gotta do it from the bottom. From the bottom. You know what? I think we're pretty much done with this factory now. We're gonna bring this right over to the dyno. Grab our ECU along the way. Perfect. And we're gonna mosey ourselves way up over here. Click on this view. Beautiful. Now, I took my seats out of... Ooh, a GTR seat. I didn't realize. I didn't realize. That's okay. We don't need a steering wheel to test it. Alright. Come in here. I bet you I know what the problem is. You think? Maybe? Could be. Test and see if you guys are all paying attention. Did I put this? No, I didn't put the steering wheel in here. Holy crap. What the heck is wrong? What the? Holy crap. I want to get out of here, man. This thing just scared the heck out of me. What was that? Holy crap. Alright, see? No custom gearbox. Alright, let's see here now. We're going to do this, and then do this, and do this, and then do this. Ooh, look at that. That was easy. I don't know how I pulled that one off. But anywho, yeah, we want to run dyno, which means we've got all our components for the suspension. That's beautiful. Alright, so this car normally would have 800 horsepower at 9,100 RPM. Well, let's round it up. 9,200 RPM. 9,200. And 539 pound-feet of torque at 5,220 RPM. Now, I'm curious to know what this motor makes, because somebody... this is the part that gets me. Like I said, I looked at this thing earlier. Those aren't performance coils. I mean, they're really not. Not performance exhaust. Not performance exhaust. But yet they got other parts on here that are performance, like the fuel rail, I think, the air filter, you know, the power steering pump, alternator. I'm very curious to know why he cheaped out on a few things. I don't know who it was. The car was in junkyards, I don't know. See? Junkyard. You know, I don't know. I don't know. Start her up. See how much we make. I'd be happy with 900. Man, look at that power curve. Holy shite. Alrighty. Our new horsepower now is 1,423 at 9,200 RPM, which is an increase of 622 horsepower, 78%. And our new torque number now is 888 pound-feet at 5,600 RPM, which is an increase of 350 pound-feet, or 65%. Our drag rating now is an A at 999. 999. Alright, well. Put the steering wheel in. You know where we're going. Alright, everybody. We're going to head to the drag strip, and we will see you when we get there. Everyone, we are now at the Duneway Stripe in Raceway. It was established in 1969, of course. We're going to jump straight into this King of the Sands tournament. I don't know what the gear ratio is set at, so we're going to start with 1/8 mile, maybe work our way to 1/4 mile. We'll see. Of course, we got to be in Class A because we're 999. There are going to be headhunters out there for us. And it's basically all supercars. Alright, let's get into it. And we're down near the bottom. We got a Hira. Okay, we got stories. A little go-kart. Whoops. Oops. Oopsie. Huh. I guess the car kind of drifts to the right a little bit. Alright. Let's try that one again. Now we know we gotta steer the car. Maybe I should have brought it in for an alignment before we brought it here, huh? Oh, look at it. It's a twin. Why is it? I think that's like one of my first 5-second passes. Damn, this thing's flying. Well, he wasn't far behind me. He was 4 mile an hour off. That makes me worry. Especially if that's the Thor. Is that the Thor? Okay, good. It's just standard. But he's got 90% tuning with slicks. He's got money into his car. I don't have all that much. I really don't. I maybe have, what, 30 grand, if that. Here we go. Bet you Tempesto won that first race. Yeah, you can see my... You can see my... I knew that. I knew that. Yeah. But why does it say Thor there? Hold on. Hold on. Why does it say Thor there, but car version is... we got hustled. Oh wait, no, that's because we were looking at something else. Never mind. Never mind. That's right, this one is standard version. I want one of them Thors. I mean, they... Alright, well, we know the car can boogie down. I just want to get a little bit of work done to it first. You know what I mean? I want to get the steering all aligned out. Yeah, I didn't cut the thing. I'm letting it roll through. I want to get the steering all lined out on it and stuff like that. So the next episode, we're probably going to bring this thing back to the strip for some redemption. Maybe we'll put some new rubber on it, maybe? What do y'all think? You know, put some new tires, wheels on it, and stuff like that. Maybe change the tie rod, stuff like that. But look at that. Look at that little go-kart. I mean, I know damn well it ain't weighing 2,300 pounds right now. It's maybe weighing about 1,900 pounds. It's missing all the carbon fiber. Heck yeah. And we're going to cover this back up. We don't want... What? Did I... No. I did. Oh, no. Okay, well, whatever. It is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. Alright, but before we say goodbye to each other, we're going to run over here. We're going to do the windows for the guy. And it's the guy's truck, you know what I mean? You got to do what the guy wants, right? Unfortunately, because, well, unfortunately, but fortunately at the same time, because of the state laws, you got to keep, you can't fully tint out the windshield. Well, yeah, I think that thing actually looks pretty damn good with those Shelby wheels on it. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments, man. I have to say I'm quite impressed with this truck. But anyway, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. If not, you know, if you're not new to the channel, just make sure you hit that like button. Over 70% of you watching still are not subscribed yet, so please do. Help creator out here, helps with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you all very much for watching. We will catch you on the very next episode. Bye, everyone.